everybody. My name is Miss Peachy, and I am giving you this video because you are one of my students in science class. And I wanted to give you a short little introduction to kind of some of the class policies and where you're going to find some information here to help you out in your science class this year. So what we have here is my website. And now shortly I'll be putting up links in my message boards for you to come to this website. I'll also include the link to my website in the signature of my email. So if you've ever, can't find the link, go to an email that was sent by me and there should be a link in the signature of my email so you can access my website. Otherwise, the best place for it is in that section message board, which you will find when you go to Connexus. And I can kind of give you a little quick look at that as well. When you want to go to your section message boards, you go to this push pin icon at the top of your screen. And I don't have the section message board set up quite yet, but that's going to take you to, you'll have a bunch of different sections for your classes. You'll be able to see that you have like an earth science or physical science or biology or whichever class you happen to have with me will be listed here. And then the link for my website will be there as well. So here on my website, this is where you're going to find pretty much all of the stuff that is going to help your life be a lot easier in science class this year. At the top of the home page, you're going to notice that there are different links to whichever subject you happen to take from me. And you can see here how many different classes that I teach. So let's say you are taking Earth and Space Science. You would click on that. And right now you'll notice there's not a lot of stuff on my Earth and Space Science website. And that's because this is a brand new class for me this semester. So I'm still kind of creating this website. So let's look at one that has some more information on it. Let's go to biology just to use this as an example. So biology, this is a class I've taught for several years here at WCA. So it has quite a bit more stuff already on the website. There's a list of the class rules, the syllabus, which is number 1 under general class items. There is a discussion rubric. So when you have your discussion, you'll be able to see how that's scored. There's a link to class materials that you might need. And for many different science classes, you'll need to make a graph at some point, and there's a link to a website to help you make a graph. I also am going to make a video that will also walk you through how to make a good graph using this online tool. Other things you might see on here, you might see study guides. So here, for example, we have study guides for specific tests. I still have a few that I have to put up here, like the Unit 1 and Unit 2 study guide, but I do have the Unit 3 study guide here and the semester test study guide. When you click on these, it opens in a Google Doc for you. Now, this is not something you can edit. You will need to make a copy of it for yourself in order to make your answers and stuff inside of here. So this is just for you. This is the master copy. So you would go to File, and you could either download this one as a Microsoft Word document, or you can make a copy of it in Google Docs, and you can edit at that point. Okay, but those are there to help you prepare for your unit tests. The other thing that comes in handy with these study guides, and I often suggest, is that you print these out at the beginning of the unit, or you open them and use them at the beginning of the unit, so you know what the main ideas you need to focus on are throughout the unit. If you've got this study guide at the very beginning, it kind of tells you what you're going to be tested on. So as you're going through your readings and as you're going through your lessons, you know that these are the main ideas that are going to appear on your summative assessment at the end of the unit. So that's kind of a cool tip to have to help you prepare for class. The other thing that's on my website are the virtual class recordings. So these are all from the 2019-2020 school year. And every week when we start virtual classes, which this year won't be until September 14th, the week of September 14th is the first week of our live virtual classes. When we have those classes, we record those classes and then we post links for those recordings on the website. So here are the different classes that I taught in the 2019-2020 school year, the date that they were taught, and then the subject or main thing that was taught during that class. So if you miss a class, you're not able to make it, or if you miss it, or if you want to just go back and review because maybe you didn't quite get all the information the first time, you can click on any one of these at any time, and that's going to help you out quite a bit. Another thing that I may have, for example, here on the biology website is I have flashcards for the vocabulary. These are through Quizlet, so that might be kind of helpful if you like to study those vocabulary flashcards. And sometimes I even make supplemental videos to help you with other concepts that we didn't have time to talk about during the regular virtual classes. So for example, if there's more stuff that can be covered in a regular virtual class, or maybe it's a week we didn't have virtual class for some reason because of testing or a holiday or something like that, then I will have made a supplemental video to kind of go through some of that information so that you're always having the ability to have some sort of like live streaming type of discussion. And then you also have portfolios that will be due throughout the semester. Now, portfolio is just a catch-all term that means something that's not a test, not a quiz, not a discussion, not a quick check, right? It is something different. In science, that's oftentimes a lab, a paper, or a project of some kind. So what I've done for all of the portfolios is that I have an instructional video to explain how to do the portfolio set up on my website, along with a Word version copy of the lab report that you need to turn in. Okay, so for this one, you can actually click on this YouTube video and watch it. It tells you what to do. And then when you click on this and open it up, again, make a copy of that, and you can complete the lab sheet, save it to your computer, and put it in the Dropbox when it's time to turn in that particular portfolio. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of what is on my website. And I would highly recommend that you very much get comfortable with using my website because it's going to come in handy throughout the semester and throughout the school year. All of the really important information that isn't found in your lessons is found on the website. All the kind of supplemental things like how to study for tests and how to do the portfolios and labs and, like I said, virtual class links and things of that nature. So it's very important at the high school that you're utilizing teacher websites and message boards just as much as you are using your lessons. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit to explain how to use those teacher websites. And if you have any questions or concerns, as always, feel free to send me a webmail message. Just for your information, I am teaching from home this year because of COVID-19. So at this time, the best way to get in touch with me is through the webmail system in Connexus. I won't be answering my phone at school at this time. They don't have it set up for us to do that. We can make outgoing calls through Google Hangouts and stuff like that, but we're not able to get incoming calls yet. So for now, if you need to get in touch with me, the school email is the best course of action. Hope you guys have a great day, and look for more communication from me later.